The best way to communicate with your subconscious mind and provide it with the idea that your life has now completely changed and you are now free from all the panic attacks and anxiety is to achieve a state of drowsy, a sleepy state. And that state which is very similar to sleep, is achieved through yoga nidra meditation. When you do yoga nidra meditation for 10 to 15 minutes, your brain is naturally going to produce alpha waves and theta waves, which are very beautiful and coherent. Right now, when you're watching this video, your brain is producing beta waves. When you're focused on a particular problem in your life, you're super stressed, your brain is producing high beta waves, which are not very good. But when you do yoga nidra meditation, what you're going to notice is your breathing rate slows down first, and that will in turn affect your brain waves. Your brain is naturally going to be able to create beautiful visualization because of alpha waves, and due to theta waves, all those visualization is going to get impressed right into your subconscious mind. And whenever a particular mental imagery is impressed into the subconscious mind, then that mental imagery is going to affect your autonomic nervous system of your body. It's going to change your body. It's going to affect the physical reality. This is the reason why the universe is actually immaterial. Yogis have known this fact since the time immemorial. The universe, the physical universe that you perceive through your five senses, is actually immaterial. It is mental and it is spiritual. This is why yogis discovered and developed various spiritual practices in order to upgrade their state of consciousness, change their state of mind, so that their physical reality gets an upgrade as well. Even their biology gets an upgrade whenever they are able to change their state of mind. So, genes that are responsible for bad mental health and panic attacks start to turn off, and genes that are responsible for good mental health start to turn on once you're able to change your state of mind. And the first step to change your state of mind is through yoga nidra meditation and achieving a state of relaxation and that sleepy, drowsy state. Now, the second thing after you need to do when you achieve that state of relaxation is you now start to visualize a scenario where you are already the person that you desire to become, and you're already doing the things that you want to do. So start to visualize that you are already healed from all the panic attacks and anxiety. Start to visualize that you're now calm, relaxed, happy, joyful, empowered person. What are the things that you're going to do in your world now that you have become that person? Start to visualize all of these in extreme detail. Maybe you're going to wake up with a big smile on your face instead of heart palpitation and sweat from your face. Maybe you're going to go to bed at night with a big smile on your face, saying to yourself, wow, I had an amazing day. Visualize all the things that signifies to your subconscious mind that you are actually healed. So, by providing all these kinds of visualization, you're communicating with your subconscious mind, and subconscious mind does not think in logic. Whatever mental imagery you provide, subconscious mind just accepts. Now, you have to understand that our 20th century spiritual leader Neville Goddard said, imagination creates reality. But your imagination right now in and of itself is weak. In order to strengthen your imagination, to actually make it reality, first you need to relax and then provide all the sensory vividness to your imagination. I have already told you how to relax by yoga nidra meditation. Now provide the sensory vividness to your imagination by providing all the sensory modalities to your imagination. Visualize the things that you can see, the things that you can hear, the things that you can smell, the things that you can taste, things that you can touch in your imagination. And do everything in your visualization that you currently cannot do because you're inflicted with panic attacks. Maybe you can start to date people in your visualization, start to touch your romantic partner's hair, start to smell their perfume, start to kiss them, hug them, start to hear them compliment you on how peaceful and how powerful you are as a person. Start to hear your friends and family say to you, oh my God, you're completely changed. Your outlook on life has completely changed. You're now a completely relaxed and peaceful human being. Start to say to your friends and family in your visualization act that, hey guys, you don't have to worry about me. I don't go to therapy sessions anymore. I don't buy anxiety pills because I am completely fine. The more you provide all the sensory vividness to your imagination, for example, just smell the aroma of coffee and drink the coffee, because right now maybe you're avoiding stimulating agents in your three-dimensional reality, because most people inflicted with panic attacks avoid them. Start to do everything in your imagination that signifies that you're now completely healed, and provide all the sensory vividness to that imagination. What that does is your brain actually loses the differentiation ability between what an imagined act is, which is provided with all the sensory vividness, and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional reality. Now, your brain is going to create neural networks that reflect like all that imaginary scenario is actually happening to you in real time. How cool is that? Now, what you have to do is you completely immerse yourself into that imaginary scenario. You become the first person actor. Don't imagine as if you're watching some movie and you're just some third person spectator. You become that person. You do everything in your imagination, and you mentally rehearse that imaginary scenario over and over and over and over and over again, because the neural network that was formed inside of your brain needs to be permanent, needs to be hard and set. And when you mentally rehearse this imaginary scenario enough times, the neural network that becomes hard and permanent and set starts to send a rush of chemicals down your body. Now, your body is going to start to feel a lot of feelings that are equivalent or equal to that imaginary scenario. Your imaginary scenario signified that you are now a completely different human beings who doesn't have any more panic attacks, who is loved and respected by your friends and family, who is dating all the amazing people. So you are going to feel all the feelings, all the positive feelings, all the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment. Now, the moment you start to feel gratitude, your healing begins. We have this very stupid way of thinking that we need to await our healing in order to feel grateful, in order to feel thankful. But no, while you're creating your life from your imagination, you first need to feel grateful, and your visualization act is going to come true. This is the reason why Neville Goddard said imagination creates reality. You are actually the creator of your life. You can create anything that you desire into your reality. You are made in the image of God. The kingdom of heaven lies inside of you. So start to unlock that kingdom of heaven. Upanishads say Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am the source of creation. So start acting like you are actually the source of creation, because you can completely change your life. You can completely overcome your panic attacks. The thing is, you need to get really good at sustaining these elevated emotions, because right now you're just sustaining the emotion of anxiety, worries, and concern. Nothing needs to happen in your life. You can just feel anxiety for no reason, because you have been practicing feeling anxiety for so long. You have been practicing imagining the worst possible outcomes in your life for so long. So that becomes your habit, and now you can just sustain that negative emotion. So start showing up every day. Start to do these three simple steps every day: relaxation, imagination, and mental rehearsal of the imagination until you feel the emotions of gratitude, joy, and empowerment. And you can really sustain the positive emotions, really sustain these elevated feelings. And these elevated feelings are going to breathe life into that imaginary scenario. How cool is that? Your feelings are the secret of breathing life into your imagination. So please get really good at these three steps. Now, there are some enemies in your life. Everything that takes your attention away from you is an enemy. So the situation, the traumatic event that you face in your three-dimensional reality that puts you at a state of negativity, that's your enemy. TikToks, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, all of these things make your attention span really short. That's your enemy. You need to pay really good attention on your inner world of thoughts, feelings, and mental imagery, and make sure that your thoughts, your feelings, and mental imagery are really elevated. They all should signify that your life is now completely changed. You are now completely changed. You are now completely free from panic attacks. So start showing up every day. Do these three simple steps as soon as you wake up in the morning, before you go to bed at night, whenever free time you get in the day, and you will get really good at holding your attention on a particular imaginary scenario and deriving the feelings from that particular imaginary scenario and sustaining that feelings, because that's what important. When you sustain the positive emotions, they are going to breathe life into your imagination. It will naturally going to materialize into existence. This is the science of manifestation. Please do this and change your life. You do not have to spend countless amount of dollars and hours spending your time and money on therapy sessions and buying anxiety pills. If you just get your attention right, you can completely change your life and heal from your panic attacks in one night. One night, you will go to bed at night doing these three simple steps, and the next morning, you'll wake up as a completely different human being. This is the power of becoming really relaxed at your body through yoga nidra and visualizing your future and embracing the emotions of your future. So please change your life, at least to prove me wrong. If you prove me wrong by doing these three simple steps, I will stop making these kinds of videos. I promise you. Now, I have made a ton of different videos on how to completely overcome your panic attacks, but if you still feel like you cannot do it alone, then I have my Gmail, my Viber, my Telegram, my WhatsApp, all in the description box down below. Message me and then we can get started right away. I will provide you one-to-one online coaching. You have to remember that the sky is the limit once you truly know how to imagine correctly and feel the emotions of your desired imagination correctly. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.